one of the first events kicking off the All-Star Weekend, and you're going to hear from Shaq and Sir Charles Barkley coming up.
And our live team coverage doesn't stop there.
The excitement from fans, plus the big financial boost for the state.
For the last 4 days, it's been nothing, and it's felt like a month.
And a nightmare finally ends for the parents of this missionary after a cyclone left them without contact with their son for days.
Live, streaming, and on the KUTV app, this is KUTV 2 News at 10.
The All-Star experience since when you first got into the game changed to how it is today?
The only thing that's changed is I feel sorry for the fans who want to see a real dunk contest.
That's pretty good. Kicking off the 2023 NBA All-Star Game weekend with some spice. Our team spent all day at all of the biggest events for the big game in Salt Lake.
Vivint welcoming fans and visitors alike. The Salt Palace hosting big events all weekend long, and the celebration at the complex. Thanks for being with us. I'm Heidi Hatch.
I'm Mark Koebel. Today kicked off the beginning of the All-Star Weekend in downtown Salt Lake City, and tonight we continue our team coverage. Jamie McGriff keeping an eye on upcoming events. Lincoln Graves with his finger on the pulse of fans and visitors in Salt Lake.
First up, though, Jim Spiewak talking with two legends of the game tonight. And Jim, fun interviews.
Yeah, absolutely. You just heard from Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq. 1993 was when the All-Star Game was last hosted here in Salt Lake City. That was Shaq's very first NBA All-Star Game. We've been going around downtown all night and seeing things like this right here. This is a foam Nike shoe that is just popping up. All kinds of fun attractions for fans this weekend.
Hold on, I'll check my breath.
Shaquille O'Neal was his normal joking self tonight.
No, you're not, Chuck. You're not great. You're a liar.
Shaq calling out Charles Barkley, who then called out Kenny Smith for talking about the time he was in the three-point and slam dunk contest in an All-Star game.
I'm the only person that actually in the history of the game to do both on the same night. He lost both of them, too. You shouldn't say that if you lost both of them.
All three of these guys were in Salt Lake City back in 1993, the last time the All-Star Game was here. Shaq knows a thing or two about All-Star Games. He played in 15 of them.
The only thing that's changed is I feel sorry for the fans who want to see a real dunk contest. I can remember growing up, you got legends in the dunk contest. No disrespect to the dunkers, but imagine if LeBron was in it and Zion was in it.
Charles Barkley says the All-Star Game is a celebration for the league, the host city, and the players in it.
When you're in that room with those guys, it's like a who's who. Like, these are the greatest players ever to play the game. These are young rising stars. I mean, it's just a really cool experience. These three guys kicked off All-Star Weekend Thursday night here in Salt Lake, hosting their road show downtown with this message for the entire city.
Great experience for the town, great personal experience for you. You know, you might see one of your favorite players just walking around.
All three of those guys told us what an honor it is to be selected and play in an NBA All-Star Game. So Shaq, he says he's got tomorrow off. We asked him if he likes to ski. He says no, but he asked if he could take an inner tube down the mountain. We said, yeah, go hit up Park City. He says, give me some info. I'm going to do it tomorrow. So you might see Shaq out on the slopes tomorrow. Bottom line is that this is really just a fun, festive weekend for all the people that want to take part, whether you like sports or not. We're live downtown tonight. Jim Spiewak, KUTV 2 News.
Get out of the way if Shaq is taking
If you're that tall, it's further to fall.
Yes, be careful. Hey, for fans and visitors, tonight was the first big night of All-Star celebrations.
It is a big weekend, and many of them say they have a full slate of events to go to. Lincoln Graves is in downtown tonight. And Lincoln, what's the feeling out and about tonight?
Heidi and Mark, it's exciting, it's positive. Certainly it's cold, but fans seem to be prepared for that. I spoke to a lot of them who they do remember the 1993 All-Star Game, but they were pretty young or fairly young. And this time around, they're really excited to take part in everything.
A weekend of partying, celebrations, and basketball kicked off tonight in Salt Lake City.
I'm super excited about everyone here, all the All-Stars, my favorite players here. super excited.
This is amazing. It's been decades since we had an All-Star game, so of course I'm going to be excited, you know?
The last time NBA All-Star came to town was in 1993. Jen Coleman wasn't really into it back then.
I knew it was happening. You know, I wasn't the biggest sports fan until I met him.
Now, this is just the first of many events she and her husband will be going to this time around.
Oh, we're definitely doing more this weekend. Yeah, he's got us booked, I think, the entire weekend.
Bonifacio was a toddler in 1993, but he still remembers the hype, and he's excited to live it up as an adult.
Oh, man, it's just nostalgic. I grew up with the Jazz, especially with the Jazz Bulls era. I'm wearing the Bulls hat, but I'm a Jazz fan at heart, no matter what. So it's nostalgia.
A kickoff night of celebrations that culminates in even bigger events this weekend. Some are waiting on Lady Luck to get into the marquee event Sunday night.
So Dame is having a meet and greet at City Creek on Friday, so we'll be there for that. And then we're going Saturday to the NBA crossover, and then we put in for tickets to the All-Star game on Sunday, so we might get those as well.
Now, I also remember the 1993 All-Star Game. Guys, I want to show off my jacket one more time. This is the jacket my parents bought for me back in 1993. Got quite a few comments on it tonight. People pretty impressed that at the vintage look, they said. And I said, no, this is the real thing. This is from 1993, and it's been in a closet for about 30 years. So it's nice to finally break it out. We'll send it back to you guys.
I'm trying to figure out how that still fits him.
Well, they plan for growing room. That's what parents do. You got to save money so they can fit it for lots of years.
That's right.
Excellent work, Lincoln's parents. Well, the All-Star Weekend is just getting started.
Yeah, Jamie McGriff on the live desk with some of the events happening tomorrow. What do you got for us, Jamie?
So fans are going to be back out. They're going to be flocking to the Salt Palace for the NBA crossover. It starts at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning at the Salt Palace, runs through 8 tomorrow night. Tomorrow is also the NBA Cares All-Star Day of Service. It's going to be from 12:15 to 3:30 at Utah Food Bank. With more than 500 NBA volunteers, players, legends, they're all going to be pitching in. Of course, the much anticipated All-Star Celebrity Game, that's going to be at the John M. Huntsman Center from 5 to 7 p.m. and then over at Vivint Arena at 7, the NBA Rising Stars, where fans can watch the league's top first and second year players go head to head. And of course, we're going to be there covering it all, and we will bring you another KUTV All-Star Game special starting at 6:30 p.m. Our own Brian Schnee and Mary Nichols will be hosting from the Convention Center.
Jamie, thank you. Remember, all the excitement downtown will cause some road closures in the area. We have a full breakdown of those road closures and when they take place. It's on our website. And if you want to avoid all of that mess, well, UTA offering 0 fare days during the All-Star Week. All that info on KUTV.com.
And coming up in about 10 minutes, a look at the financial benefits from the All-Star Game. Our Cristina Flores talks with local business owners in a special Eye on Your Money about just how much money is going to be coming in to Salt Lake City this weekend. In the meantime, you can find all of our NBA All-Star coverage and what's to come on the 2 News mobile app. You can download at the Apple App Store or at Google Play for free. Beautiful night tonight, not quite as cold as last night. Sterling's here with a little bit of our first alert forecast.
That's right. Plenty of activities around town the next 3 days. So what's it going to be like? What can you dress with?
Well, it's actually going to be today. Today was a really nice day. Not too bad. We got up to 37. Tomorrow we're going to be about the same, up to 38. So we're looking at 30s, partly cloudy. 40s on Saturday, so we warm it up even more, and there's plenty of sunshine for you. And then Saturday night, right through here into early Sunday morning, there's a chance of a few snow showers, but we still get up into the mid-40s. Sunday's even warmer than Saturday, so we'll still get up into the mid-40s on Sunday. So if you're outside and about this weekend, you should be in great shape. Wind chills right now are in the single digits and below 0 in many locations across the state of Utah. It's 27 in Salt Lake, -2 in Rock Springs. We do have a couple of storms. This one is not going to bother us, but there is a little one that may bother us, like I said, late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. It's not a big major storm, so it shouldn't be a big problem. We'll track that one, and we'll tell you a sneak peek into next week. That's all coming up in the first alert forecast.
New at 10, parents of missionaries in New Zealand may finally get some rest tonight.
Yeah, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints saying that all its missionaries there are safe after Cyclone Gabriel hit.
Brian Mullahy is live outside the church office building tonight. And Brian, big relief.
Yeah, after 4 days of anxious waiting and no communication from their son, Amy and Jason Williams of Ogden tonight have word they have been hoping and praying for. This is what parts of New Zealand looked like after Gabrielle lashed its North Island, where Elder Logan Williams is a 4-month and counting missionary.
It was extremely frightening, and nobody, it was completely a blackout.
Amy and Jason Williams could see this, but could not reach their son. Not with a call, not with a text, not by email, not by Facebook.
For the last 4 days, it's been nothing, and it's felt like a month.
Sleeplessness and little food over worry for their oldest child broke with news today. Amy's sister, a TV producer in Tampa, reached a contact in Sydney related to the bishop where their son served, and the bishop somehow was able to send a text.
The text said that the missionaries are alive and happy and safe. They've been with me side by side since all of this.
Parents even received this photo, Elder Williams on the left with his Australian missionary companion, said to be taken after the cyclone hit.
When we heard the confirmation that he was alive, it really just was, it just relieved me. It gave me great relief to hear that he was there and he was alive and he's doing well.
Amy has had about 3 hours of sleep this week. Let's hope she has a good rest tonight. The Williams say their son will now be part of the relief effort in New Zealand. Live downtown, Brian Mullahy, KUTV 2 News.
Great news, Brian. Thank you. Covering Weber County tonight, 2 people out of their home following a house fire there. It broke out around 9:30 this morning on the 400 block of 30th Street. Firefighters saw smoke when they arrived and put it out quickly. The 2 people who lived there were not hurt, and the Red Cross is helping them. The fire causing about $150,000 in damage.
Moving on to the 2023 legislative session, a few bills signed into law by Governor Spencer Cox today. Senate Bill 100 requiring schools to inform parents if there is a school-wide policy of calling children by different names or pronouns. The bill sponsor argues parents have a right to know what is going on with their children when they are at school. Opponents expressed concerns about keeping transgender children safe if they come from homes that are not supportive of a transition. Also passed new registration requirements for off-highway vehicles. We'll explain those laws in detail on KUTV.com if you'd like to take a look.
Still ahead on 2 News at 10, a big recall on Tesla vehicles with a risk from the self-driving feature. Why investors and drivers might want to look into this issue up next.
The NBA All-Star Game is coming to town this weekend, and many say it'll be a slam dunk for Utah's economy. But where will all that money go? I'm Cristina Flores. That story is coming up next.